Hi, I'm Nathan Veer, a Customer Engagement Manager here at Brightcove. Creating supporting content geared towards social media marketing is easier than you think. When I was a Brightcove customer, I avoided the topic because creating my original content was time-consuming enough and pricey enough without having to think about content in addition to that to go on social media channels. I discovered a couple of tips and tricks that make creating content that will drive traffic from my social channels to my website surprisingly easy. That's what we want, isn't it? Biggest bang for smallest buck. The whole concept of using social media as a marketing tool is to think of it as a fishing net. You want to cast wide in order to draw in the largest catch. Now, you can certainly build a presence directly on any of the social channels, but ultimately you want to drive traffic back to your website. The main motivators here being that your website is where you control the user experience, you collect the analytics, and you can ultimately gain a conversion. The key to being effective is creating videos that specifically target social channels. Preview or trailer versions of your main content, partial stories that create the desire to visit your site to get the rest of the story, or highlights of a live event. Let's get practical and look at a few ways you can actually create this content. If you learn only one thing today, let it be this. The biggest trick is to plan these secondary pieces from the very beginning. When you're planning a shoot, writing a script, directing an on-camera talent, you should already be thinking about what these secondary pieces could be. I've discovered that once you have cameras, lights, and talents on set, it takes very little effort to have them shoot one more version while they're already there, and most people are willing to oblige. The same thing goes for editing a trailer or shortened version of the video. You'll be surprised how willing your video editor will be to create a short version of the finished piece. The truth is, 90% of the work is done, and they'll enjoy getting to be creative and provide 2 videos for the work of 1. Another great way to create marketing content is to have someone hang out on set and shoot behind the scenes footage. You can keep this real simple and use a mobile phone. You're looking for funny outtakes, shots with camera gear and people in it, anything that tells part of the story and lets the viewer see behind the curtain. One of my favorite ways to collect social marketing video, because it's one of the easiest, is when streaming a live event, especially if you're using Brightcove Live module. It has a trim tool built in, which means you can mark in and out points throughout your long form video and save them as little subclips right to your video cloud account. These can easily be shared to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, you name it, directly from your account. Now, knowing this up front, you can be paying attention during the live event, possibly even jotting down notes when you see something that you later on want to trim out and use on socials. Almost no effort, right? So I hope you noticed, the common thread across all these scenarios is to think ahead and plan ahead. The smallest of efforts up front will save you loads of work later on and allow you to create your original content and almost automatically have the supporting content for your social marketing strategy.